Good morning, everyone. I, Kapil Dev, Assistant Professor at MERI Professional and Law Institute. Today, I am going to deliver a lecture before you on the one of the most important criminal law passed by central government, that is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which is also known as BNS. Today, we are going to discuss the top changes in BNS as compared with IPC, applicable from the date as notified by the central government. First, community service, which has been included in BNS as a punishment for the first time for petty offences. Second point is punishment for mob lynching, which has been considered as new provision. Third is new offence of organized crime. Next offence is petty organized crimes. The next is new offence of terrorist attack. Now we will discuss the again topic of hit and run cases, an important topic like sedition in section 124 of IPC. Next we will discuss the mere possession of fake currency notes is no more punishable. The scope of offence of theft has been expanded in new BNS. And last we will discuss the concept of snatching. Now we will discuss all the changes one by one in detail. The first point is the community service. Students, as we know that community service has been included in BNS as a mode of punishment for the first time for petty offences. And we also know that in section 53 of Indian Penal Code, the 5 types of punishment was prescribed, like death, imprisonment for life, imprisonment and rigorous punishment. Next, forfeiture of property and fine. Now, in BNS section 4 clause F, a new form of type of punishment has been introduced, that is called community service. Community service has been introduced the burden of jail, and community service will be awarded for petty offences like non-appearance in response of proclamation, attempt to commit suicide, to compel or state exercise of lawful power of public servant, petty theft on the return of theft money, misconduct in public by a drunken person, and last, defamation. Firstly, we will discuss that community service is not defined in BNS, but in explanation to section 23 of BNSS, the concept of community service has been explained. Community service means a form of punishment which will be awarded by the court the accused in favor of the community. Community service will be given in 6 petty offences which we have been already discussed, like section 202, which will be deal public servant unlawfully engaged in trade, section 209, non-appearance in response to a proclamation under section 84 of BNSS, section 226, attempt to commit suicide, to compel or restrain exercise of lawful power, provision under section 302 clause 2 in case of theft where the stolen property is less than 5,000 rupees and a person is convicted for the first time. So in this case the community service will be given. Section 355, which deal with misconduct in public place by a drunken person. Section 356 deals with defamation. Next point is the concept of punishment for mob lynching, which is a new provision in BNS. When a group of 5 or more persons commit murder on the ground of race, caste, community, sex, place of birth, language or any other ground, so the person shall be punished with the death penalty or imprisoned for life, also with the fine. Next concept we have the offence of organized crime. In IPC there was no concept of organized crime, but in BNS organized crimes has been defined and it will be given very importance. The next point we have organized crime. Section 111 clause 1 deal with the concept of organized crime. It means continuing unlawfully activity which includes kidnapping, robbery, vehicle theft, extortion, contract killing, economic offences, cyber crimes, trafficking in person, drugs, weapons or illicit goods or service. It also includes human trafficking for prostitution or ransom, and it may be given in this section. The next concept we have as the economic offence, and it is also the new offence which has been introduced in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Economic offences means and includes all the offences committed for the monetary benefits in any form, and it includes criminal breach of trust, forgery, counterfeiting of currency notes, banknotes, government stamps. It also includes mass marketing fraud, defraud several person or doing any act with any person or any bank or any financial institution. Next point that we will discuss, that organized crimes syndicate, and it will be discussed in section 101 clause 1. Organized crime syndicate means a group of 3 or more persons who acting either singly or jointly for any unlawful activity. Next, we will discuss the punishment for organized crime, that any person who commit the organized crime shall be punished for death if the act result in the death, or life imprisonment and fine, and the fine shall not be less than 10 lakh rupees. But in other cases, the punishment shall be for 5 years, which may be extended to life imprisonment, and the fine shall also be given not less than 5 lakh rupees. Section 111 clause 2, section 111 clause 3, that provides for punishment for abatement of an attempt to commit any organized crime engaging in activity preparatory to organized crime. Section 111 clause 4, that provides for punishment for being a member of an organized crime syndicate. Section 111 clause 5, that provides punishment for intentionally harboring or concealing any person who committed the offence of organized crime. Section 111 clause 6, that provides punishment for possession of any property after the commission of any organized crime by any person. Section 111 clause 7, that provides the punishment for the persons in possession of any property on behalf of a member of an organized crime syndicate which has not satisfactory according to this provision. Next, we will discuss the concept of petty organized crime. Section 112 of BNS provides this concept, and the definition of this concept means that whoever being a member of a group of gang, just like snatching, cheating, unauthorized selling of tickets, unauthorized betting, selling of public examination question papers, or any other similar criminal act, that will be considered as a petty organized crime. And the punishment for petty organized crime is that any person who commits the organized crime shall be punished with imprisonment of not less than 1 year, but it may be extended to 7 years. In BNS, the offence of snatching has also been introduced, and it was not discussed in IPC. Section 304 clause 1, which explain the concept of snatching, that if any person who commit the offence of snatching, and it will include chain snatching, mobile snatching, etc. So any person who will commit the offence of snatching either as an operator of a gang and not a part of the group, the person still be punishable under section 302 of BNS. So the concept of snatching will be explained in BNS in the particular section. In BNS, the scope of theft has also been expanded, as we know that section 378 of IPC that deal with theft, but now in BNS the theft includes traffic, theft for vehicles, dwelling, house or business, pickpocketing, theft through cards, scheming, theft of unauthorized teller machine. The term of card scheming and shopping and pickpocketing are not defined in BNS, but it will have to be understood as per their ordinary popular meaning. Next, we will discuss the topic of cheating. Section 3 clause 2 of BNS define the concept of cheating, that if any offender committing the offence of cheating as a member of gang or group, the offence of cheating is punishable under this section, and if the person commit the crime alone, the person will be punishable under the section 318 of BNS. Next, we are going to discuss the concept of terrorism. This is the new provision, and section 113 of BNS deal with this provision. The new definition of terrorism defines in section 113 that whoever does any act with the intention of threatening or likely to threaten the unity, integrity, security of India, or with intent to strike terror or any section of the people by using bombs, explosive substance, inflammable substance or fireless or any other lethal weapon, or any poisonous or noxious gases, whether biological, nuclear or otherwise of a hazardous nature, which is likely to cause to overreach the means of criminal force of the show of the criminal force, or who attempt, the cause of death of any public or whoever detain or kidnap or abduct any person, threatening to kill or injure any person, or if anybody who try to compel the government of India or any state or any organization to do or abstain from doing any act or commit a terrorist act, that will be considered as the crime of terrorism. Here it is important to note that public functionary means the constitutional authorities. Next we will discuss the punishment for the offence of terrorist attack, that whoever commit the act of terrorist act shall be punished with death if the act result in death of any person. It also includes imprisonment for life, and in other cases the punishment will be of imprisonment for life, and it also includes fine. Next we are going to discuss the punishment for organizing camp to train terrorist attack or terrorist act, that whoever organize or cause to be organized any camp or any training for terrorist attack or recruit any person for this purpose, it means that a person has committed the act of terrorist act, and the person shall be punishable for a term which shall not be less than 5 years, and it may be extended to imprisonment for life, and it shall also liable to fine. Next, the punishment for being a member of organization involved in terrorist attack, that any person who is a member of organization which is involved in terrorist attack shall be punishable for a term which may be extended for life imprisonment. Now we are going to discuss the punishment in hit and run cases. In IPC it has been discussed in section 304A, and now in BNS it has been discussed in section 106 clause 1. It means whoever caused the death of any person by doing any rash or negligent act but not amounting to culpable homicide shall be punishable with imprisonment for either description of a term which may be extended to 5 years. The new law increases the punishment for causing death by negligence from a maximum period of 2 years to a maximum period of 5 years. The change reflects a stricter approach to cause of negligence death in India. Now there is a new provision under section 106 clause 2 which provide that whoever address situation of a person that escaped from the scene of incident without reporting to police or magistrate after the incident, in such cases the punishment is very severe, and the punishment shall be given for a term of 10 years and with fine. Section 106 clause 2 talk about the hit and run cases, and it also includes the medical practitioner also. In medical practitioner, in case of registered medical practitioner, if a person commit any act in negligent way, the person shall be punished with imprisonment of either for a term which may be extended to 2 years and shall be punishable with fine also. For the purpose of this section, registered medical practitioner means a medical practitioner who possesses any medical qualification recognized under the National Medical Commission Act 2019 and whose name has been entered in the National Medical Register or a state medical register under the Act. Next we are going to discuss the concept of sedition. Now sedition is not punishable under section 150 of BNS. Now the concept of treason has been added in section 150 of BNS. Students, now sedition is no more punishable in our criminal law. In section 124A of IPC that provides the concept of sedition, that whoever by words, by sign, bring or attempt to bring any hatred or excitement or dissatisfaction towards the government of India shall be punishable with imprisonment for life, and which may be punishable with fine also. Now the treason has been punishable in BNS because sedition has been removed from our BNS, because BNS has been considered as the symbol of British rule. Next change that we are going to discuss, that mere possession of fake currency note is no more punishable. Section 242 of IPC has been amended, and now in section 178 of BNS talk about that whoever merely in possession of forged or counterfeit currency notes or bank notes is no more punishable. Now it is important to note in BNS that in order to constitute the offence, it is very much important that the intention to use the currency as a genuine. Next we are going to discuss the offence of theft. In BNS the scope of theft has been expanded, and now many more things like identity theft of intangible assessed in case of movable property. Now theft has been considered under section 303 of BNS. Now theft has been considered under section 303 clause 1 to be read with 112 clause 1 of BNS. The concept of movable property in BNS is wider than the IPC, and now the concept of movable property includes the foiling of the property, whether the property is it means physical or incorporeal. In both cases, the property under BNS will include the patents, copyrights, any actionable claims, etc. In BNS, the definition of theft also include the theft of data, and it also includes the stealing of funds by hacking bank accounts. Theft also include theft through ATM machine. Now we are going to discuss the punishment of theft. Normally the punishment of theft is for 3 years in both IPCs and BNS, and in case of repeat offences, either subsequently or second time, the punishment of theft is very severe in BNS, and the punishment will be for 1 year, which may be extended to 5 years with fine. In such cases, the concept of community service will also be provided under section 303 clause 2 of BNS. Provides the punishment with the community service instead of imprisonment for fine in case of petty offences where the value of stolen property is less than 5,000 rupees for the first time convict upon the return of value of property or restoration of the stolen property. But where the offence of theft is punishable under section 112 of BNS, that when a person commit a crime alone, the person shall be punishable in that act only. Thank you.